Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to show a couple of games that get at some of the technical mechanics as well as the interpretation mechanics or the interpretability of fencing. So this first game, I'm going to want 2 volunteers who are at least geared up from the waist up to do some passes. So I see Autumn's available. Who wants to fence? All right, we got a fencer here, we got a fencer here. What do you guys want to fence? Longsword is fine? I don't really. Doesn't. Wonderful, excellent. So let's have people orient this way. So I'm going to ask you folks to move to either here or behind just for safety. So this first game, brushing them off. This first game I call the freeze frame game. And what this is focused on is not trying to do everything correctly as a judge, but trying to isolate the understanding of what fencers are doing. So what I'm going to do as a judge trainer in this case is I have 2 fencers. I am going to call a fencing exchange, but instead of having it go to the halt and like having somebody be hit and assigning points, before that happens, I will yell freeze. The fencers will freeze in exactly the positions that they're at. So in order to make this happen, have a slowed pace for now. And when they say freeze, as judges, outside on the ring watching, we're going to take some time to interpret what their intentions are or their actions and try to understand stuff from the body language and the mechanics that they're showing. And the purpose of this game is to say, how can we know what's about to happen, or how can we make an educated guess so that we're not caught off guard if they go, oh wait, did they hit or not? Oh my God, there's so much action, I don't know what to do, right? Priming your brain to be ready for the next action immediately by being engaged makes the act of the mechanics of judging easier. Does that concept make sense? Cool. So I would like you guys to go at like 50% speed for demonstration. I will say on guard, ready, fence, and then freeze. You freeze exactly where you're at. Don't try to adjust or anything, but freeze is exactly there, okay? Fence is on guard, ready, fence. Freeze. Okay, so when I said freeze, just know you're good, you're right here. Okay, so they're frozen in place. What are we seeing from Autumn? What was Autumn doing beforehand?
I thought they were doing fooling.
They were doing fueling? Okay, yeah.
And then he went to engage, covered, and to a strike.
Wonderful. Okay, from this position, I mean, Autumn did a next action. That's freezing is a bit hard, right? But what would Autumn's next action be from here?
I would either roll off or go for a thrust.
Yeah. So where's Autumn's sword right now?
Strong on me.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to get into all the mechanics. That's okay. No, I like where your head's at, right? Autumn is mechanically strong here, but what is Autumn probably going to do from this position? Where's the easiest target? Round here, right? So where are we expecting Autumn to move?
Forward to the side.
Right. Okay. So what should I be thinking should happen and be like, well, this is happening. In the immediate next moment, maybe I should be doing what? Or where should I be looking? What should I be evaluating?
Watching that area where that strike is going to be.
Exactly, right? If you know what the position is in now, and you know what should happen next, then your brain can go, wait a second, now I know where Autumn's hit's going to be. I'm going to see whether or not that hit lands. Now, if you do a single tempo slow-mo action, just continue, freeze. Did Autumn's hit land? I can't tell from my angle, but I'm prepared to know that that's about to be the next action, and we can build from there. We're going to do this a couple more times. This is the game that's a little bit challenging to get. So if you guys wouldn't mind resetting, and we'll do another one. Okay. Fence is on guard. Ready? Fence. Freeze. Okay. Reset. Okay. No. Stay where you're at. Yep. Sorry, I said reset. That was unclear. Okay. What's happening here? What's your name again? Witten?
Quentin.
Quentin. What is Quentin doing right now? Thrusting. Okay. How do thrusts score points?
They land.
They land. Okay. What is landing for a thrust to land?
Contact, and I would say enough inflection that we see some pressure there.
Right. Yeah. So the point, right? So I can be evaluating. Okay, is this point going to land? right? Instead of going, oh wait, was that a thrust? Oh wait, is that landed? It's like, okay, now I know that Quentin's about to try to land a thrust. Now what's Autumn doing?
Gonna go down to the headshot.
Right. Okay, so now we have a question of what's going to happen first, but also a question of whether or not those are actually going to land with sufficient quality. So now both of you do a single tempo action afterwards. Okay, what happened?
Thrust didn't land.
Thrust didn't land. Okay, but what did? Autumn's head, right? So if we can think about in that immediate moment, just before the action, it makes it easier for us to say, instead of, oh, what happened? It's, oh, did Autumn's headshot land? It primes our brain for a more focused evaluation of what's happening. One more pass. Can you start in a point refused guard? Like back over, yeah, something like that, just to present something different. Yeah, wonderful. Fence is on guard. Ready, fence. Halt. Sorry, I said halt instead of freeze. So used to it. Okay, what's happening here? What did Quentin do in the immediate moment before I said freeze? Quentin, could you rewind and do freeze where you're at? Could you rewind and do what you did again?
For sure.
Yeah. Quentin went over the top. Does everyone see what might happen next here?
I'm seeing this, right?
Yeah, right? Autumn might come around and hit. What might Quentin do? Quentin was back here and then went into attack. What is probably going to happen if Quentin's momentum is coming forward? What's Quentin probably going to continue to do? Probably going to crash distance. What are we now expecting?
Grapples?
Messy grapples. Zverking around, hugging, slicing, weird stuff. Now, as a judge, what do I have to be mindful about when people get really close? Pommels, cross guards, safety stuff, quality. I am emotionally and gastrointestinally braced for weird stuff to happen because I saw in the moment before, Quentin's crashing distance. Crashing distance, prepare to grapple. And so I can use my understanding of fencing and preparedness rather than just being like, well, I don't know what if there was a hit. Does this make sense? What we're going to do is we're going to work on this as teams. So you're going to stay together as a pair, and we have, who else has gear? You have gear, you have gear. Wonderful. And we have, we have 3 pairs of folks with gear. We're going to divide into teams where pairs of fencers are going to work together and do like an exchange. And then groups of fencers are going to have someone call freeze and then interpret what's happening and then cross-check that with the fencers. Sound good? And we're going to try to understand and interpret what's about to happen next and see what our guessing game is. Cool? All right, I'm going to turn the camera off, find a pair up to fence, find a ring that we're going to create out of magic thin air, and we'll do some drills.